Welcome to Leafless Lessons. This is the second part of our first series, titled The Wealth Blueprint. In the first part, we talked about financial literacy and why understanding the language of money is the foundation of everything you will build. Today, we are taking that knowledge and turning it into a concrete action plan by discussing the most effective budgeting system in the world. The reality of budgeting. Most people fail with money because they view a budget as a restriction or a form of financial punishment. In reality, a budget is simply a tool that gives you permission to spend money on what matters while cutting out the waste that keeps you broke. Without a plan, your money will naturally disappear into small impulse purchases that provide no long-term value. The Wealth Blueprint series is designed to move you from being reactive to being proactive with every dollar you earn. The 50-30-20 rule. This is the gold standard for personal finance because it is simple enough for anyone to follow. The rule dictates that you divide your take-home pay into 3 specific buckets, which are 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for financial goals. This ensures that you are covering your current survival, enjoying your present life, and building your future wealth all at the same time without the stress of complex spreadsheets. Defining your needs. The first 50% of your income is dedicated to your needs, which are the absolute non-negotiables. This includes your rent or mortgage utilities, basic groceries, insurance, and transportation to get to work. If you stop paying these, your life effectively stops functioning. The biggest mistake people make in this category is confusing a luxury with a necessity, such as a high-end car payment or a massive data plan. The trap of lifestyle creep. If your needs take up more than 50% of your income, you are in a danger zone known as being house poor or car poor. This happens when your lifestyle grows faster than your income, leaving you with zero room for error. To follow this blueprint, you must be willing to make the hard choice of downsizing your recurring costs if they exceed half of your paycheck. This is the only way to create the breathing room required to build real wealth. Managing your wants. The next 30% of your income is for your wants, which is your lifestyle and fun money. This covers dining out hobbies, streaming services, and travel. Many financial gurus tell you to cut out all fun, but that is a recipe for burnout. The 50-30-20 rule allows you to spend this 30% guilt-free because you know your needs are covered and your future is being funded. It turns spending from a source of anxiety into a source of intentional joy. The 48-hour rule. To stay within your 30% limit, you must master your impulses. Whenever you see something you want to buy that is not a necessity, you must wait 48 hours before pulling the trigger. This short delay breaks the dopamine hit of the purchase and allows your logical brain to decide if that item is truly worth the hours of labor you spent earning the money. Most of the time, you will find that the desire fades and your bank account stays protected. The power of the 20%. The final 20% is the most important part of this series because it represents your freedom fund. This money is used for 2 specific purposes, which are paying off high-interest debt and investing for your future. This 20% is what allows you to eventually stop trading your time for money. While the other 80% of your income goes to other people, this 20% is the only part of your paycheck that you actually get to keep for yourself. Paying yourself first. The secret to actually saving that 20% is to automate it so that it leaves your account the moment you get paid. If you wait until the end of the month to see what is left, you will almost certainly have $0 remaining. By treating your savings like a bill that you owe to your future self, you ensure that your wealth grows consistently, regardless of how busy or distracted you become during the month. Auditing your last 3 months. To start the Wealth Blueprint, you need to look backward before you can move forward. Pull your bank statements from the last 90 days and categorize every single transaction into the 3 buckets of needs, wants, and goals. You will likely be shocked to see how much money is leaking out of the wants category. This audit is not meant to make you feel bad, but to give you the data you need to take back control. Adjusting for debt. If you are currently carrying high-interest credit card debt, you may need to temporarily adjust your percentages to a 50-10-40 split. This means cutting your wants to the absolute minimum so you can aggressively attack your debt with 40% of your income. Once the debt is gone, you can return to the standard 30% for wants. Speed is the key when dealing with debt because interest is the opposite of an investment. Building the habit financial success is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. It does not matter how much you earn if you do not have the discipline to manage what you have. Starting the 50-30-20 rule today, even if your income is small, builds the muscle memory you will need when you are making significantly more money later in your career. Consistency over time is the only way to reach the goals we discussed in Part 1. Conclusion and next steps. Mastering your cash flow is the second step on the wealth blueprint, and it is the bridge between understanding money and owning it. By following the 50-30-20 rule, you are taking the power back from your bills and giving it to your future. Thank you for watching the second part of our first series here on Leafless Lessons. In the next part, we will dive into the stability phase and how to build an emergency fund that makes you bulletproof against life surprises. Hit the subscribe button to stay on the blueprint, and I will see you in the next lesson.